Backup troops were in place. The barricade did its job, but the driver killed an officer. Would any of your recommendations have prevented this?
I don't think so. I think the circumstances here with him running into the officers who were at a forward checkpoint, forward of the barrier, wouldn't have made a difference in this particular case. You know, for a while there was a fence there, and that fence was removed based on the right measures to pull the perimeter back in toward the Capitol, allowing access on the major streets. All those were solid decisions made by the Capitol Police Board, and everyone concurred with that. The retention.
So they didn't come down too
Guard,
early, General.
I'm sorry?
So that fencing you mentioned there, it didn't come down too early?
No. It was based on a solid assessment of what's needed. That fence went up to help control things after 1/6 and before the inauguration. Mm-hmm. The inauguration has long been over with, and proper measures were taken to make sure we had enough Capitol Police, as well as the National Guard was requested to remain in town because the Capitol still need to be secured. Some of it has been damaged. The Capitol Police are 233 officers short. And based on known threats, I think the transition we got to make here now is that an understanding that the Capitol is a threat 24/7. It's a target 24/7, I'm sorry. And it's not just based on things that the members read in the SCIF, the secure room they go to, that any time of the day, 24/7, the Capitol could be attacked. And it could be domestic, it could be foreign. As this case, as you described earlier, the status of this young man who came there and took a life and lost his own life. Those things, we have to be prepared. The Capitol Police did a superb job. They lost one of their members. I live full condolence. I got to know many of them. And it was like a union member that I served with after being there 6 weeks and hearing the loss of Officer Evans and seeing the pain that Chief Pittman and her team is going through having to deal with this. And you know what? They still have to secure that Capitol tonight. They don't get to take a day off.
Of course.
They'll be there at 1 o'clock tomorrow morning, at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if somebody show up, they're going to stop them. And that's the respect we've got to give to the Capitol Police by getting the Congress to immediately approve the supplemental that the House has proposed of almost $2 billion to give the Capitol Police the additional personnel and equipment and technology they need to complete the hardening of the Capitol.
Yet you've recommended 854 more personnel hired for the Capitol, including a rapid response unit. Right now, the troops that are there are scheduled to be in position until the middle of next month. Question now, should their deployment be extended unless and until the Congress takes action on your recommendations?
Yeah, I think they should be extended as long as the police board and the commander of the Capitol Police think they need them. Look, Shep, after 9/11, we left 250 National Guardsmen at the Capitol for 2 years. Never an argument. Nobody argued that point because the Capitol was known to be a target had it not been for some patriots who took that plane down before we got there. 250 guardsmen stayed there for 2 years out of the D.C. Guard, who normally has that mission. It is time that we recognize we need this immediate response force, which was in the Capitol. And when they leave, we need a quick reaction force that can back up the Capitol Police. Many people say that can be done by local law enforcement. Who's going to back them up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Mm-hmm. Your point is well taken.
What police force is going to back? That's why we need to have the National Guard, the D.C. National Guard, properly manned and equipped to be able to back up the Capitol Police, because the Capitol Police is doing a great job. They're 233 officers short. That just didn't happen. Last year, they didn't have a class because of the COVID, and it's hard to recruit police officers. They need the funding in the supplemental have an extended recruiting and incentive program
well,
to bring more officers in.
It's on the Congress now. We'll watch, wait, and hold them accountable. General Honoré, as always, thank you.